Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Wilson.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
A gain of 6 there on first.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The give to Taylor.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Sims.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
A first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
If we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 22. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 64 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
This defense for the Jags, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
2nd down at 4.
A draw play for Mixon. Fights through and now a crease. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely hit his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock. Then they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Got a man open, it's Chase. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Here's Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Second and 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
40 yards on the ground for him so far. Back to Mixon on second down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, it's Taylor.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Wilson. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Henry Ruggs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now it's Burrow. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
And And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Fournette will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Burrow. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Sims.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now a give to Taylor, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jags, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home next week.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Zach Wilson and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The Jaguars have Josh Lambo out there to get us started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Sliding out of the pocket. Murray with a nice move. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. 5 catches, 56 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
First carry for James Conner. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oh, now Hopkins slow to get up here.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down and 3. Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Murray.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
From the 2, here's first and goal.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Well, remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, at Zach Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down and 8.
A handoff to Fournette.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll buy some time right.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Murray now on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on second down. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Murray again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Murray going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cards go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Wilson.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Wilson.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run on 1st down. Sims. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. A first down for Connor and then some. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Connor, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Henry runs.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun, Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Connor. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Murray to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, big hole right side. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Him off, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan, throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 3rd down, Ryan. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now this throw caught left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Ryan. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah,
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, at Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
A partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he got blown up on that play at the 20. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcast. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Wilson. The kicker here, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st down, Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it's Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Ryan now off the bootleg. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. A give, this is Michel. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Michel. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Wilson now to throw on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Falcons offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Well-executed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you, but I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on fourth down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
That's caught. It's Frank Darby.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Play action. It's Ryan. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Looking for Campbell downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. Again, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to take another shot here.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
2nd and 11.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking a knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They loved the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable
today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, up over 130 yards and a touchdown.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league."
On 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Firkser, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill.
He's going to look downfield for Henry.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Taylor. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Wilson.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Henry Ruggs
with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 38, Wilson. Reception here by Ruggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big connection on that one, 31 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And out now comes
comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Open man is Chase, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again is Wilson. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Wilson on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Wilson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Henry Ruggs.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do.
And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time we spent with them in practice beforehand and had that little twinkle in his eye where he thought, hey, we can get some bombs in this game. We can get deep, and that's exactly what's going on. But I don't think he thought if they could do that they'd be on the losing end.
They might need more of this air raid attack. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 2nd down and 7. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Tannehill on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Out come the Titans now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On 1st down, Tannehill.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To the air again, Tannehill.
He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Tannehill got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Again, it's Taylor.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Wilson to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Throwing now is Wilson.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
Touchdown!
Henry Ruggs
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Jaguars are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 16. 20 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. He's going to let it fly.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in the preview. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jaguars, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.